Hi, this is Ronnie, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to Mixed Media Frenzy. This is a sketch that we'll all be using this week, and I picked it. Yeah, since today's Valentine's Day, and I seen my date for picking was the 14th, I couldn't resist picking something that reminded me of Valentine's Day. Only I'm not going to have no love story on there. I'm going to have those cute little girls on there instead. And I'm using odds and ends. That Paper Pads American Craft. Oh, and I went ahead and stitched most of this ahead of time, and I did prep the paper with clear gesso. But I'm going to leave the thread on there because I might need one or two stitches somewhere, like right there where it's at, because I didn't go all the way. I thought I'd save some stitching. I used that thing right there to make my circles to put the stitches on, because I didn't have anything that size. I do have some templates, but not that size, and it didn't look super big or small, so I thought this was about right. And I'm going to use my gelatos, and I'm using the darker pink and then the peach colored one, and I'm just going to put it around my circle. And as I was saying before, I thought I'd better stop and tell you what I was doing. The paper pads, American Crafts, I believe, and then some of the ephemera and stuff is from Pink Paisley. It was one from a long time ago, called Crush, I think it was. And yeah, it's just odds and ends. And then I'm going to use those little tiny puffy heart stickers from Stickos that you can get at Walmart that I have bought so many packages of over the years, and I just love them. So I was tickled getting to use them on this layout. And it shows these stripes right here in this big area, but I'm going to cover most of that up. I don't know if any at all is showing time I get done. I made templates ahead of time for the hearts, and so I was looking at it and I thought that heart looks like maybe 6 inches big, so I cut it where I could use the 6-inch paper pad. Yeah, the 6x6. Well, using the paper pad, it was still pretty big for my layout, but I'm using it anyway. I didn't cut them down any farther. But other than those little streaks up there at the top, which I could not resist putting in there, I copied pretty much what they did on the layout on the sketch as far as it goes, where all they put their well, theirs is more red. Mine's more pink. I wasn't sure if I had enough red thread, so I went with a very dark pink thread and then used pink colors. I don't have no red in the gelatos anyway. So I was working with what I had. But there's my paper pad, see, 6x6, and I cut 2 hearts out of white cardstock. One I already had cut, and then the other one I measured with the heart that I'm using today and made sure that it was just a little bit bigger. And I'll keep those templates because, I might need them again. I have a couple of more in my, well, it's a folder thing, a plastic folder thing with all my stencils. And I figure this goes pretty well along with stencils, so I can find it pretty easy right there. I punched out some of the hearts on the red because I know I'm going to need it for scattering on my circle there. But my heart's not perfect, but that's all right. My layout is handmade. Take my word for it. And so you can tell it's not quite perfect, but it'll work. I cut the pictures down. I put them both on a 4x6 picture thing, and then I thought, man, those pictures look really small yet again in the sketch. So I cut them both down. I'm not sure what size they ended up being, but they're stapled onto the heart. So that's what I did. And I should have waited. I should have put the tab there in first. Oh, and you're going to see me goof in a minute. Well, probably 30 seconds or so. I decided to cut around that. Well, there was 2 there, so I messed up the bottom one a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to use one of them or not. But I figure it says the same thing on both sides. Why not save half of it? So that's what I was doing, only I was thinking, boy, this is thick. Maybe I should have got my Tim Holtz scissors. But in all fairness, till this week, I hadn't used this collection, this bunch of stuff, oh gosh, 4 years or 5. It's been a while. So yeah, I remember them being thick, which they are. They just weren't that thick. And I'm going through this. See, I'm pretty sure that's, well, it may be it's American Crafts. I am not sure. But anyway, it's Crush on some of it. Those stripes, I mean, it might be, I can't tell from here. I'd have to go in the other room and look. Anybody really wants to know, I will go and answer a comment and tell you what it is. It'll be discontinued, obsolete, or whatever, because it is pretty old. Secret Crush. That's what the name of that is. Secret Crush. And see, it says Secret Crush right there. And I'm going to make sure it shows well enough that you could read it down there. I'm cutting that off and just tucking it in. There's all kinds of stuff tucked behind the heart in the picture. There's tickets and, oh, I don't know what all. But it looks a lot like the stuff that's in this ephemera pack, only different. So they were pulling out from along the same lines as what I'm pulling out from. And I was spending more time tucking stuff behind there than really looking at the sketch, which I should have, because the title went there to the left. But I'd already put that one card there, and I thought it was so cute, I didn't want to remove it. So that's going to be my title. And it says, I love you so much, and it's along the lines of a eye test, like you're at the eye doctor and you have to read that chart. And so it's along those lines, and I thought, I've had that a long time. I'm going to leave that on there, and it's going to be my title. But yeah, I love you so much is what the title is. And I'm putting just stuff here and there, and I think I stopped. I am going to put a little banner. I did notice after I took the picture, so I take my pictures twice, that the I love you so much, part of it wasn't showing good enough. Of course, I threw sequins on it without thinking. Anyway, I moved it over to the left a little bit, so it kind of left a gap, so I just put a little banner there. And I used one of the scraps from, let's see, up there right by the arrow, that piece right there where I cut the top off and used it. I used the bottom for my banner. I'm punching holes, and these are 1/2 inch, but I'm also going to get my 3/4 inch punch out too, because on the sketch it shows like circles with actually, it kind of looks like those puffy ones where it has the heart in the middle and it's punched out, so you can remove the heart and use it somewhere, and then they'll have a circle or a square where you can go ahead and use the remaining part. But I've had them before, although I think I've used them all, so I didn't bother looking for them. I just figured I'd make my own out of paper. Yeah, here's my 3/4 inch punch, and I misplaced my leftovers from the red heart for a second there. I thought, where could it go? I haven't even got out of my chair. So yeah, I found it, but for a second there, I did lose it. And see how that looks kind of like those where, it's been punched out. But I decided to go ahead and make some with flowers too. I had my little flower punch sitting there, and I couldn't resist using it too. But yeah, it just has stuff all scattered there, and I'm going to pull out, I already got them out. They're laying right there. I'm going to use those, they're Sticko, and they're the little puffy hearts you can get from Walmart, and they're like 97 cents. The package used to be bigger because I bought them a lot, and I still had some when I bought the newer package. It's still 97 cents, but there's less hearts. But that's okay because I still like them, and I'm still gonna buy them. And it came out perfect for this sketch right here. But yeah, I think my heart is bigger than their heart, and I think my cluster behind the heart is bigger than theirs. Yeah, and the title, like I said, by the time I put that one there, I just really didn't have room left for the title. But I do like the idea of using an eye chart to say I love you so much. But yeah, I'm about getting done with my layout. I don't think I add a whole lot more, just the little odds and ends. And these stickers, they say stuff like perfect and cute and sweet and cuteness, adorable, stuff like that. And so that's what all I'm putting on there. I'm trying to pick the stuff that don't have anything to do with, like a boyfriend or girlfriend. Just like you could go with cute little girls that's on the layout instead. And so, yeah, I'm looking through there to find that. And I do have 2 sheets to look at and to use them. And that picture kept getting crooked. Even though it's stapled on there, I decided I better throw some adhesive behind there. And, looking at it now, it looks crooked. I don't remember if I straightened it after this or not. And you know what? For once, I don't have my layout here. I usually do, so I can look right at it. But it was mixed media, and it kept trying to curl, so I have it attached to my green mat there with ATG, and I'm going to leave it like that all night so that maybe it'll be flatter when I go to put it in my scrapbook album. But yeah, I think I'm just about done. There isn't much left to go on my page. I'm getting it pretty full. And those pictures of my granddaughter, their 2 front teeth are missing, both of them at the same time. So, yeah, they were grinning from ear to ear. They were pretty tickled over both having their teeth gone. I mean, like within a 24-hour period, they both lost 2 front teeth. And, I'm putting sequins on now. I just scattered them on there, and then I glued them down, and I'm checking to see if anything is left that's loose and gonna fall down. And that's it. That's my layout. Be sure to check the other gals out and see what they have for Mixed Media Frenzy. I'll leave all their links down there below. And, yeah, see what they've got going on. They'll be using the same sketch, but our layouts will turn out different every single time. I think me and Kathy both had green last week, and we all might have some form of red this week. But we will all have the same sketches. But yeah, there's my sequins and my hearts and little circles and flower and secret crush. And look, see, she's showing off her 2 front teeth missing, and Charlie, I think we already passed her picture where her 2 front teeth are missing. But yeah, both of them had their 2 front teeth are missing, and they were just so proud and tickled because, they get to put underneath the pillow and get some money. If you leave a comment below, I'll be sure to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. But thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope you have a happy, scrappy week. Bye!